Alrighty, so I just decided to make a little creature design for this Halloween. I might model it, I might not. But as you can see, I'm starting off with just a couple of sketches to see what exactly I want it to look like. As you can see, I started off wanting it to be like a very lithe creature. I tried to add horns, didn't like it, didn't like that jaw either. The frill did stay throughout it. However, I redid the jaw a couple of times, dear lord. But no, it's just a little creature design. It's actually supposed to be some type of Grim Reaper. Y'all wouldn't know this as I haven't exactly shared much of my artistic history. However, I honestly quite enjoy making untraditional quote-unquote Grim Reaper designs. I also do prefer drawing robots, however, it's hard to make a robot look like a skeleton thing that eats people, so along with that, as you can tell, I'm making a few notes, one thought total. As I previously mentioned, love idiot Grim Reapers. Anyways, here's the second design, trying to see what would happen if the frill went down. Ended up going in an entirely different direction, as you can see later on. Once again, just messing with feet, trying to see what exactly is going on. Decided to give it kind of a bird claw type structure of how the claws sit on the hand. Messed with the leg a couple of times and decided to just go with that for the sketch. Gave it a decently long tail, supposed to be kind of like a whip. For the second hand, decided to just make it a little bit curled up, just because I didn't want to draw another one that's weird, as you can tell. Still ended up looking a bit weird though. Then after this, I end up moving towards the main attraction, just generally shaping it out, pointing where I want things to be, messed up the neck. If I ever want to model it, they'll survive, it'll be fine. Famous last words, huh? Anyways, I decided to keep the two frills, however I decided to make oh, you can't see it yet, but that's supposed to kind of close around its neck, not unsimilar to like how a bat wraps its wings around itself. Move the hand a bit lower so it would be more of a proper arm, even though this isn't an earth creature, still fleshy. Ugh. Horrific. Anyways, I made it have real grabbers. This thing just straight up grabs people. If you couldn't tell, I was struggling with those claws. Not very fun. When it comes to the foot, I just kind of left it like that. I end up messing with some more later on. Gave it a pretty decent back lump, just, to give it some spikes, some more dimension, more fun basically. Then I decided to give it, spikes, and I should be putting the little thing where its spine is showing here. And here we go, this is what I mean. That is its neck. Its frill is effectively its neck skin. Again, more of those spines. Just thought there for a bit what I wanted to do. Just, basic line work. Decided to mess with that a bit longer. Clean everything up a little bit. Because, you want things to look nice. And put, just in case any smart Alex are in the comments, I am a robot. I do not care if this fits your earthly standards. There are other planets with aliens that look much cooler than you out there. Even though this is not really based on any specific alien species I've ran into, most of them look a lot cooler than you guys. Yous are just like, why do you look like that? Stop looking like that. All of you humans. Why? Anyways, now I'm just making the lines so that I can use the fill bucket tool, as y'all call it. It makes it a lot easier for me to be able to have very nice filled things without the bucket tool overflowing at all. Oh, forgot to mention this as well, but I am using the program Fire Alpaca. Very good program, honestly. I do recommend it. It isn't the one I use for painting. This is just for, well, concepts, sketches, fun things. I use Painter Essentials 7 for painting, which I got for free with the purchase of this Wacom tablet. I don't know if that thing's still going on. Got this thing a while ago from Earth. Despite y'all looking how you do come up with some very cool inventions. Especially since datapad manufacturers no longer exist since Cybertron fell. Anyways, as you can see, I was just thinking how best to go about this for a second, then was like, alright, I think I know how best to do this. Just coloring in the lines. Let me take a sip of this Energon. Delicious. Just making sure everything was filled in. And then I actually start coloring. This was a pretty simple coloring job. Just wanted everything to look somewhat cohesive while also there being a distinct separation between the inside quote-unquote and the outside quote-unquote of this creature. I decided to go with a funky little design for the main body, I suppose, and gave it this weird little bubbling, rotting, icky, gross design. I quite like it. Then I start working on the tail designs. Decide to go a little bit more in detail. I'll go back and touch up the torso in a little bit. Just, basic coloring, gradients, can't really go wrong with those. Making sure everything still looks nice, going over a couple things, just your normal. It really does look weird. I'm sure, what is that human ailment called? Tripping Phoebe? Trypophobia, that's what it's called.